Hello, welcome. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising. This is your month ahead reading. This is a timeless message. Welcome. I'm B. And our message today is very encouraging. It's very exciting. We have the Ace of Swords and Treasure Map. And this feels like perfect clarity, like a new, like almost like an aha. Like, oh my God, that was the missing piece all along. It feels like you've got the last piece that you needed to find your treasure. So we got to untangle this a little bit because it feels like a roundabout way to get to the treasure. Feels like you had to take a break or step away. So I'm feeling strongly like you have this dedication. You have this really heart-centered, like soul-centered commitment to your goals. And they were, like, you're flexible too. Like there's this ability for you to pivot when things aren't working, for you to like shift and do something different. And you've gotten really, really good at flexing within an inflexible situation. So it feels like maybe you're on some kind of deadline or time frame where you need to achieve some kind of results by a certain date. And so this pursuit or this mission, this goal was inflexible in that way. So it feels like a date that was given to you by somebody else, an investor, a family member, a platform. Like there's some kind of date that was given that was like, this needs to be done by this date for some of you. And you were able to, I feel like when other people would just kind of like throw up their hands and be like, forget it, I can't do this. Like, I can't do this by then. I can't do this that way by then. And you were like, okay, this isn't working. Let's try this. All right, that didn't work. Let's try this. Being very flexible within an inflexible situation. I've never experienced this energy before, and I love it. I love it. I want it. So I feel like that's the first part of the message. The other part is that it feels like you had to step away. Like you had to actually step back or take a break. Whoa, something just really powerful came through about retirement. If you are looking to retire, okay, stop. Put a pin in that. We'll come back to it. Feels like you needed to take a step away from pursuing this goal to either take care of somebody, like maybe a family member is sick, maybe you have aging parents and they need your care, maybe you have young children and they need your care. Could also be like pets, like maybe there's a new pet that is taking up a lot of your time, like training a new puppy or something like that. Whatever it is, it feels like for the good of others, you took a step back from what you were very focused on. There's also the energy of stepping away, not for like caretaking in a practical way of other people or pets, but taking care or supporting someone who is trying to make it over the finish line for their own projects. And you having some kind of knowledge, some kind of skill or ability that is serving them really well. So taking a step back from your own pursuits to assist others in some kind of way, to be of service in some kind of way. And it doesn't feel like you were giving up. Like you weren't, like at the most, it felt like you thought it would push your accomplishment down the road. You're like, okay, well, I'm not going to see this come to fruition for 3 months later than I expected because I'm taking this time off to do this with these other people. And it's almost like the opposite happens. So when you are so super focused on your goals and on the phrase like feeding your creation is coming to mind. You've been diligently, lovingly feeding your creation and moving towards your goals. And you really thought that taking a step back would derail it and make it take longer. What you find is that it's sort of the opposite. Like when you come out of this energy of caretaking or supporting others, you find that your project has just kind of finished itself. And it seems impossible. You're like, how? Because I have not been doing all of the work that I've been doing. I haven't been feeding my creation at the same level that I have been. So how is it that now I'm coming out of this sort of caretaker position or support position for other people and everything is still on track? Like either the deadline was extended or something isn't needed, or you have this really beautiful clarity. So two things happened, and I'm getting the image of a garden. Like you have okay, take a break. Things are getting clogged up. There's just a lot of going on here. Okay, stop talking. Me when I can't talk. Let's have a sip of coffee together. There's a lot going on within this energy. Bear with me, please. We're gonna get there together, I promise. It's like you had to step away from your own garden to take care of someone else's garden. You have been in a service-minded kind of way taking care of someone else's garden or supporting them as they tend their garden. And you felt like when you came back to your garden, it would be overrun with weeds, it would be dying and parched, and that's not the case at all. It's almost like as you were helping others feed their garden, like beneath the soil, they were connecting, and like your garden was receiving the benefit of you helping someone else's garden. That is just the most beautiful Virgo energy, because Virgo, we talk about purity. Virgo the Virgin, purity, not that kind of purity. Purity of purpose. Virgo energy wants to be of service, like ultimately wants to be of service. I feel like even whatever this is that you are pursuing, that you are working towards, that you have this vision of, it is something that is of service to others. It's something to heal people or make people feel safe or provide even like a practical service. Like maybe I'm feeling like construction or like mechanic, cleaning. Like there's like the strong energy of like practical helpfulness. And you really work best, or things move easiest for you specifically, when you are feeling like you're being of service. So it's almost like you had to kind of hermit yourself and isolate from distractions while you're feeding your creation, while you're giving your energy to this, what you're doing. And something within that like didn't sit well with you. Like you just didn't like it. I'm also feeling like for some of you, it's been like taking a break, like originally feeling like a caretaker, like taking a break for the purpose of taking care of other people. There's also, for some of you, it feels like a forced break. And well, this is a timeless message, but this is a summer. It's summer right now. It's the middle of July right now where I am. And I'm getting the energy of like school. Like maybe you're a teacher or something like that, where you have the summer not all the way off, but you it's like a forced break where you don't get to interact with your everyday stuff in the same kind of way. And feeling, for some of you, it feels like you might have been a little bit resentful of taking that break. Because whatever it was that you were doing or whatever kind of work you do feels like it really is nourishing. Like for your soul, it's like feeding your soul so that you can feed your creation. So you can do this new side project or mission or whatever. So being on a break and feeling separated or disconnected from the things that really fuel you. And now, within the space of supporting somebody else, you have gotten the clarity that you needed to finish your project. So you moved through this energy of being of service. Actually, no, let's like rewrap this. So you are a person that loves to be helpful in a practical way, maybe a teacher, maybe something like that. Feeling a little bit like I don't want to take a break, but forced to take a break from what you do to help someone else. And in the helping of that someone else, you gain the piece of wisdom that you needed to finish the project that you were working on, which ends up kind of all being the same thing. This is, it's a little bit vague, and I'm learning to be okay with that. A lot of times I am trying to get more specific information, and they don't give it because it doesn't work like that all the time. The heart of this message is that you are so much closer to the finish line than you think. And what you thought would be a detour or a pause button on your own life actually turns out to be a fast track. Because in the shifting your attention away from this thing and being lovingly of service to someone else and their thing, first of all, it clears up all of the pressure focus that you had on that project, because there was an intense amount of focus. And when there's that level of focus, like, it's beautiful, but you do have to step away. You have to give yourself distance from it so that the energy, 1333, so that the energy can expand and fill in and complete. It can't complete when you're staring at it. And that's what you've been doing for a little bit. It actually feels like this could have been wrapped up sooner, but you were just so focused on getting it done and getting it right and getting it on time. For some of you, it feels like your own internal deadline. Like you just wanted to see it done by a certain time or a certain date, and like the longer it goes, the more frustrated you get. If you can remove the deadline, actually it feels like you already did, because you detached from the need to meet that deadline the minute you agreed to help and be of service in some other capacity. So when you come back to the project, it is smooth. It is like, just, we got it, like it's all wrapped up. Like you just really have to put a bow on it and send it out into the world. So come back with a new level of focus and was gonna say don't give up, but you weren't ever gonna give up. Like, you didn't care which way this went. You were gonna keep doing it. You were gonna see it through to completion no matter what. Also, I'm feeling strongly like you might be a healer or something. My hands are absolutely on fire right now. Like, there is so much Reiki flowing. Interesting. For some of you, you were sick. Oh, caretaking of yourself. Something came up and you had to deal with it. Like, maybe you broke your ankle, maybe you broke your arm, maybe you came down with something like a real nasty cold and you've been out for a couple weeks. And then you come back to your life and you're like, hey, I thought I would be so behind. I thought that I would have so much work to do. I'm just sending you Reiki. I hope that's okay. You're like, I thought I would be so behind. I thought I would have all this catching up to do, but like, it turns out that I have a new perspective. Like, I can see this, like, after a little bit of distance from it, like, you had to zoom out of that intense focus on that project to do this thing over here. And in that zooming out, now you're coming back to the project. And as you zoom in, like, you have more clarity. It's like skydiving and you can see the full landscape from up here. And as you get closer and closer and closer and closer, you can see with perfect clarity the X. X marks the spot. I feel like we're not going to get any more specific than that, and I hope this is helpful. I did ask also for an angel number, and as I picked up the deck just to pick up the deck, and the card that fell out is Achievement 2134. So I asked your angels for a number. And I ask that this number be something that they can show you so that you know that they are supporting you around this thing. 2134 is what they're sending to you. And it feels like that is a guarantee of your success. It feels like confirmation that you have not derailed, that you have not, your little detour didn't cost you anything. Not only that, but it like amplified your light and made it so that you can see clearer. I'm like really feeling like this, whatever it was that you were doing that was of service to other people, it feels like it really lit you up within. And now you're carrying that light back to your project and it's just all perfectly illuminated. You just have so much clarity on how to finish your project or what direction you want to go next. And it feels so good. Like it's not like oh, I have to start over, or oh, I want to do this instead. There's zero frustration. There's no resentment. There's like really no desire from you to make this be any different. Like, you just really love this fresh idea or this fresh perspective on an old project. And it's like rehydrated is coming through, feeling like you were parched. Not just you, but your project feeling like parched, and now you are rehydrated. And gassed up. Like, something also about this has like made you realize how far ahead you are, or how further along you are than you realized. It's like, imagine you're running a race and you think you have like 3 laps left and you're like real tired and you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. And then like you see someone off on the side that is like last lap, and you're like, wait, what? I thought I had 3 laps left. There's only one more lap. And it's like this surge of energy to like get you over the finish line, and you love it. You're like, whoa, oh my gosh, I have like superhuman legs. I can go as fast as I want. Where did this surge of energy come from? It's because you were so deep in your project, you couldn't see the light out of it. And you were so like focused and devoted to it that it was like kind of dimming your light a little bit for like the sake of productivity. Getting a weird feeling in my throat too. I wonder if this is, yeah, and this is like the third that's coming through in this reading. So something in the throat feels blocked. For some of you, that's whatever illness you're recovering from. But there's also something about being able to better express, or like seeing a better way to express your final product or your final whatever it is that you're doing. Seeing a better way to do it, or feeling a better oh my gosh, my hands. 2, 1, 3, 4. Okay, I think that's it for us today. Virgo, interesting message for you. I love you so much. We never finished talking about retirement, and I was about to leave, and the guides were like, you need to get back in there. So feels like, my Virgo friends, for some of you, you are approaching retirement, or like you had some kind of like you were getting close. You're like being very watchful of your retirement accounts or something like that. You are very close to feeling completely free. And whatever this was, where you had to take care of someone else or support someone else, it seems like you really thought that it would push that dream further down the line. And what actually happens is almost a miracle. So like on the other side of helping others and supporting somebody else, there's almost like a reward is not the right thing to say, but it's like a reward. And if you had to like, I'm feeling like for some of you, you had to take money out of your retirement account to help someone else, and you just like chalked it up as a loss. You're like, that's okay, whatever, they can have it, that's cool, I'll make more, it'll come some other way. And it does, like immediately. It feels almost like a windfall, like a chunk of money just finds its way to you to like replace the amount that you put out for other people. And like it not only are you not further away from your goal, you are now like right at the door. Like it's right there. So you were never derailed. You were never off track, but you thought that you would be, and you made the sacrifice anyway. Purity of purpose, my Virgo friends. You thought that it would screw you over, and you didn't care. You were like, I need to help this person. I'm going to do everything I can do to help them, regardless of what it does to my own personal situation. And then you come back to your own personal situation to find that the money is still there. Like it comes some other way or something like that. So I think that was the end. So little wrap-up message there for you. If this resonated for you, I would love to hear about it. If you made it to the end of the video, I would love for you to subscribe and come back for more. I would love a like if you like. But that's our message for you today. 2134 is your angel number. Keep a lookout for that, or don't. It'll just pop up anyway, whether you're looking for it or not. And know that you are supported as you race towards the finish line. You got 1 lap left. You can do it. Love you so much. Till next time.